Hello there, my Scorpio collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. What is up with you, Scorpio? You got some interesting decisions to make here. Damn Scorpio. I didn't know whether I was going to shuffle the deck or do it the other way. So look at this. There's that balance wanting to come in with you. Flexibility is required of you as well. So this is very fun vibes, Scorpio. Notice the sort of wave energy behind you there. Your feet aren't firmly planted, so this is like those of you that do ballet, you're definitely on point here. So this is really interesting, Scorpio. What do you got going on? You got the Fool card underneath there. Oh, you got some snake ass energy as well. So, what is that? Red and black, friend of Jack's. There's some temptation energy as well. Some of you be mindful. This is that vibe of don't tread on me too. So, damn. So, you got some snake ass energy around you. So, do be mindful. You're going to have to really trust your intuition with something, yeah? Because there's the Eight of Wands. I like that red feather energy. This is like flapper vibes as well. So some of you, this is like Great Gatsby energy. Maybe some of you are watching the Great Gatsby. Maybe some of y'all are reading the book. There's this Eight of Wands. Damn. This is very interesting with you. Some of y'all could be listening to the group Poison. Nothing but a good time. So what is this? Temperance angels. Sit your ass down. Now's not the time for that. Damn, Scorpio, what are you doing? Well, there's that sort of magician's vibe here. Oh, Lord have mercy with the Three of Swords. Damn. What are you doing, Scorpio? And there's the Nine of Pentacles. Oh. Oh, sweet Jesus, Scorpios. I like the red energy with you. So, I like the red vibes. So what's this about? Scorpio, some of you sit your ass down. This is a very interesting energy. So manipulation didn't work. So some of you, when it came to interpersonal relationships or partnerships, you were very mindful. So oh, every rose has its thorns, just like every night has its dawn, just like every... Oh, look at this. Oh, damn. The devil went down to Georgia. Sweet Jesus. Oh, Scorpio, now is not the time for a relationship or partnership. Keep doing your shadow work. This is almost like Mardi Gras energy, too. This is that S&M vibe as well. So, damn, those of you that keep going into relationships or partnerships, you're like a sadomasochist dealing with the masochistic energy. Lord have mercy. Sit your ass down right now, Scorpio. You don't need this vibe. You don't need this. There's the Knight of Cups. You're able to turn down the opportunities that you don't need. I definitely feel like your intuition is on point. This is that energy of you're not going to drink the Kool-Aid. So you're not malleable here. That's what makes the difference. That sort of contortionist vibe with you. You're very, what's the word? Your energy is rather slippery. So this is, you're able to avoid the things that you don't need. Some of you, especially when it comes to relationships or partnerships, you're very, it's a very sort of resourceful energy. It is that sort of snake-ass vibes. So that's that flexibility when it comes to you. So, damn. General energy around this is the Ace of Swords. So you're definitely, there's a lot of clarity with you. You're definitely more analytical than what you are emotional. If you're looking at a relationship or partnership, you're definitely being very mindful of the sort of energy around it. So you're very comfortable with that sort of snake-ass energy. Your flexibility, that's what really makes the difference here. That sort of allows you to sort of do that contortionist type energy. Especially, there's that sort of S&M vibe. So those of you whose relationships or partnerships were always just way too... There wasn't a whole lot of love there. It was all about the sort of emotional control more than it was relationship or partnership. Scorpios, maybe some of you, that could be a kink that you work through. So maybe some of you are going to become a dominatrix, or that could be a sort of something that you're interested in, a little light bondage. But you have to trust the person that you're in that with. There's a whole sort of, that's a whole mental type vibe when it comes to that type of relationship or partnership. So you're very mindful of that. Someone doesn't like the fact that you weren't interested in that sort of relationship or partnership. It's the same sort of energy, though. So this is like people that you've been around. There's that sort of 8 of Cups. Oh, my goodness. The red energy with you. Some of you could like red latex. That could be red velvet. Velvet paintings. Those of you that have the velvet paintings. There's a really fun energy with this. It's almost like a... It's almost like a 60s, 70s type vibe. It's almost like shag carpeting and just some really weird energy. Postmodern. There's like a luxuriousness to this as well. So there could be like some costuming energy here. If you do role play or you do cosplay, or some of you, if you sort of like that S&M type vibe, this is very interesting. If you're not into that, some of you are through that sort of emotional manipulation when it comes to that. So if you were in a lot of masochistic relationships or partnerships, or the sort of sadomasochistic relationships or partnerships, I think you're understanding the whole concept of that with the Ace of Swords. So if you're exploring a kink, Scorpio, some of y'all look at the sort of the psychiatry around it, or the sort of why that works, what's that all about, and that's what makes the difference. Because there's so much more to it than just the sort of vibe, right? 50 Shades of Grey sort of got people more experimental when it comes to the bedroom, but there's the sort of psychiatry around the kink. That's that sort of give or take. This is that trust. It's basically about trust. To break it all down, it's about trust. Who do you trust? So, damn. Okay, Scorpio. I think your intuition is on point. I like this costuming vibe with you. Scorpio, some of you could have chosen to not like join a group or join like some sort of association or something along that lines. If there's a group dynamic to this, so there could have been an offer or an opportunity. Some of y'all, it could be on like a religious type thing as well. Because, you know, sadomasochism, this is like self-flogging, Scorpios, so damn. Sweet Jesus, there is way too much here, Scorpio. So whatever it is you want to sort of explore, Scorpio, for some of you, before you sort of just experiment with something, you kind of need to look at the sort of realities of something. So that's what's making the difference when it comes to you. It's okay to learn. It's okay to explore. But some of y'all need to sort of understand the psychology around it. That's what makes the difference. So there's a lot of clarity with you. There's a lot of questions with you. If there's some sort of organizational type vibe when it comes to this as well. So there's kind of been that little exploratory, but I don't think you really like that energy. So there's that sort of vibe of manipulation when it came to this. I don't think you're all up in your feels, and that's what really makes the difference here. I think you're definitely more analytical than what you are emotional, and that's what made the difference. This could be spiritual when it comes to you as well. So if you were looking into religion or looking at different religions, some of you could have been looking to maybe join a church or some type of organization where there's like some costuming involved. And you realize that wasn't your thing. This is a deep exploratory vibe, Scorpios. This is definitely not everyone's sort of energy, but it is a fun sort of exploratory vibe. This comes down to trust. This is all about trust. Who do you trust? Who do you trust? Who do you trust? Some of you are going to choose to pull that focus back on you. So whatever this sort of exploratory vibe was with you, it's really not that far of a difference between a red velvet robe and a red latex robe. So if there's costuming involved, whether this be for play or for like a religious sort of type ceremony here, there's not much of a difference. Red definitely factors into this, which is very fun. It's a very exciting energy. This is something that can be very, it could be like rather intensive when it comes to you too. Some of you could be doing red light therapy. Red light therapy is really interesting. So, damn. You weren't manipulated. So I like the fact that you were able to establish healthy boundaries here. So whatever this energy is that you're in, I feel like you're very comfortable in it. You know what's going to work for you and what doesn't. So you turned down an opportunity, because you didn't like the sort of manipulation energy around it. So Scorpios, some of you could have been playing with somebody that didn't respect the safe word energy. This is fun, but this is definitely different. Ooh. Some of you, when it came to a romantic relationship or partnership, oh, this is like a marriage energy. There is some sort of contractual type vibe here. Ooh, someone does not like the fact that that is not what you were wanting. That's not what you were interested in. So, Scorpios, if you turned down an opportunity, you were smart in doing so. Way too much manipulation. So don't let yourself be overwhelmed with your feelings right now, Scorpio. Some of you, you need to be more analytical than what you are emotional. So you definitely turned down an opportunity here, Scorpios, but damn, you're going to make me light a cigarette. There is that S&M vibe with this. So some of you know the relationship was more about a control than there was love, because I don't feel like there's a lot of love in this. But it does come down to faith and hope. For fuck's sake, though, Scorpio, some of you, this could be in regards to like a religious type vibe. Not the religious in like a negative sense, but it kind of reads the same. You have to have faith. You have to have trust. You have to sort of really look at something differently. What's over the Ten of Cups? Oh, trusting your intuition on something. Whatever you're going through now, Scorpio, some of you, it could feel like a mind fuck. Because it's far more, this is far more analytical. This is far more, what's the word? There's a whole lot of sensations here. There's a whole lot of sort of things that you need to take into account in order for everything to work. But it all comes down to having faith and hope. It all comes down to trust. Damn, Scorpios. There's not much of a difference, though, between an S&M club and going to the church. Because it all basically comes down to faith that their relationship or partnership is going to be a positive vibe. Some people look at church and it can be kind of that S&M type vibe. They could be far too damning on themselves, right? This is a psychology around something. I feel like you pull focus back on you. I like this Nine of Pentacles energy, this sort of temperance angel. You could be finding yourself more organic. You could be finding yourself wanting more of a free-flowing vibe. I don't think you're interested in the costuming. So some of you could have bought specific outfits. Some of you could have done some really fun shopping. Red latex, red velvet, that doesn't read much differently. So whatever this energy is, it's a good sort of example for you to understand something. Some of you cut yourself some slack when it comes to your spiritual guidance. Maybe that's what your kind of vibe was. So if you were exploring your religion, there was definitely some exploring going on here. But cut yourself some slack. It doesn't have to have a negative vibe to it. So, Scorpio, some of you, the relationships or partnerships you were looking into, there was always that sort of energy of control instead of that energy of just a free-flowing vibe. So everyone was wanting a sort of commitment, but it was more like a stuck, stagnant energy than what it was a free-flowing energy. Someone didn't understand the safe word. Oh, for fuck's sake, Scorpio. Costuming. This had costuming around it. So take what's your Scorpio and leave what the fuck isn't. If you bought clothes or accessories, those of you, not much of a difference between red latex and red velvet. Except for maybe cleanup, right? So, what's this about when it comes to you? Ooh, the Nine of Cups in the World card. This is a good exploratory vibe for you. Something doesn't have to be that restricting, and something doesn't have to be that sort of, you need to take the piss out of something, so it's not that dramatic. So, if you're exploring your religious options, or you're doing some exploratory other things, it doesn't have to be all that restricting, and it doesn't have to have all that sort of control over you. So this is a good exploratory vibe with you. This is kind of learning and understanding something. Some of you, when it came to maybe you were dating somebody and the vibe was quite different. Some of you realized that was more of a, it wasn't a loving, kind relationship or partnership. Someone wanted to be the one that sort of controlled everything. There's really not much difference between a romantic relationship or partnership, and some of you, maybe with your sort of feelings with the deity that you choose to worship. There is that sort of spiritual vibe to this. Actually, it's more religious, because there's like costuming, so there's like changes, right? Red velvet or red latex? Well, look at you go, Scorpio. There's the moon. There's the Ten of Swords. You do not like that feeling of unknown. So you're not somebody that's just going to sort of give up what control you have. If someone wanted you to be submissive, that's not your thing. I don't even think the dominant is really your thing either, Scorpio. You're far more passive, or you don't sort of, it's not the vibe that really sort of interests you. Knight of Cups. There's the Chariot energy. Yeah, there's the Eight of Swords. Yeah, whatever this was, you weren't feeling it from the get-go. You pulled focus back on, this is that sort of freeing, unencumbered energy. Some of y'all, maybe try walking around naked. Some of y'all, this could be like more of a free-flowing energy. Whatever you're exploring, whatever you're sort of looking into right now, Scorpio, I love this for you. You'll find what works, and there should be a comfort level to it. So explore away, but do be mindful of the sort of energies that you're sort of dealing with. You don't like that sort of restrictive vibe. Again with the red. Someone bought something red. Red velvet or red latex. But that's not your thing. It's okay if that's not your thing. This is all about faith and trust. This is all this is really about. Whether a romantic relationship or partnership. Some of you, when it comes to your sort of a spiritual or religious affiliation. And there's the Five of Pentacles. Something just doesn't fit right with you. So trust it. Be mindful of this. It's like cross-watcher energy. It's like straggler energy. This is that Five of Pentacle vibes. There's maybe this is astrological with you. You need far more clarity. So you should be asking a lot of questions. There should be a nice free-flowing energy when it comes to you. Those of you that pull focus back on yourself, this is definitely healthy boundaries when it comes to relationships or partnerships. Those of you that don't want to be in a relationship or partnership, I don't want to say you don't want commitment, Scorpio, but some of you, that's really not what your focus is. So you turned down an offer, you turned down an opportunity. You're just going to kind of go on your own right now. So you've done some exploring, which is good. You have to understand something, but deciding that wasn't for you. Some of you turned down a relationship or partnership. This energy here of a relationship, some of you, when it comes to the sort of exploratory energy here, some of you all realize someone was way too dominant when it comes to the relationship or partnership. So some of y'all, if you had a bridezilla or a groomzilla, could have just said, fuck this, I'm out. Some of you realized there was far too much control over you when it came to this relationship or partnership. Religious energy, some of y'all interpersonal relationships or partnership. Oh, whatever the fuck you got going on here. You're more of a free-flowing vibe. The Gemini energy with you is you're not really interested in settling down with anyone right now. You're not really interested in putting a ring on it. You're not interested in any sort of associations right now. You're far better off kind of exploring yourself. I love this exploratory energy with you. There could be a lot of nakedness. Some of y'all getting comfortable in your own skin. I like the Eight of Cups. You're not in your feels when it comes to something. There you are, Scorpio, right there at the Chariot energy. Seven of Pentacles. I don't think you're going to get your money back on the costuming. But some of you, it's kind of an interesting sort of opportunity with you. Oh. Red velvet or red latex. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. The Star energy, you got the Two of Wands. You got the Temperance Angel. King of Pentacles. To the Nine of Pentacles. Focusing on yourself, giving to yourself. Happily single. There's that Seven of Cups. You're kind of throwing out that Seven of Cups vibe. So you've done the shadow work. Scorpios, how far along in this relationship or partnership did you go before you pulled your energy back? That's going to be rather interesting. Before you realized someone was far more manipulative than what it was a romantic relationship or partnership. There is that energy of exploring, but this was a very interesting sort of opportunity. It got you out of your comfort zone, so you were able to sort of experience something new. You realized something wasn't what you wanted or what you thought it was going to be. The color red, red velvet or red latex, I don't know, either way. Choosing to stay single. Choosing to pull focus back on you. You were in a relationship or partnership. Whether this be a romantic one, some of y'all, you were exploring, whatever you were exploring, you had a relationship or partnership established and you pulled focus back on yourself. So you were doing your shadow work. This is like a good sort of freeing, it feels like if you were exploring your options. Some of you might have been exploring some kinks. Some of you might have been introduced to something and you realized that wasn't it. If you're going through something on a religious level, those of you that's looking for a church or those of you that's looking at your religious sort of opportunities there, right? So that wasn't it. So I don't think you're all about sort of... you don't like anything restrictive, and you're not really into pain, and you're not really into somebody else sort of controlling that sort of narrative when it comes to you. This seems messy, but this is like that exploratory energy. There's so much of the unknown. There's so many things that are interesting, so you're doing your shadow self. Those of you choosing to stay sort of free and unencumbered. This is like a good yin-yang energy. This is saying, hey, you know what? I'm not interested in a relationship or partnership right now. I'm just going to do my own thing. Red latex or red velvet? I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is. Six of Pentacles. Probably not going to get your money back on that. So some of you remember that. Anything else here for Scorpio? So at least now you know what it is you don't want. Those of you definitely paying attention to your relationships or partnerships, the amount of manipulation that's in that relationship or partnership. There's the Three of Swords. Yeah, so your cross-watcher energy is heartbroken. You got the double Three of Swords energy. Scorpio, this is relationships or partnerships that you're in. This is actually tangible people around you. This is actually people you've interacted with. So they're in the Three of Swords energy. So you avoided an overly manipulative opportunity. This is that sort of explore yourself, look at things from a different perspective, but you realize you don't like to be sort of settled down. You don't like this idea of not having choices or having options. So you pulled attention back to yourself. This is recent energy. This isn't like relationships or partnerships that haven't happened. This is relationships or partnerships you were in. This was commitments that you made or that you thought you were going to make, and you pulled your energy back. What's that song? I want my money back. I want my money back. It's kind of like that. So you kind of lived and learned. Some of y'all about the costuming. And you're going to pull focus back on yourself. So, for fuck's sake, Scorpio, this is good. Keep focusing on you. Those of you who are paying attention to how that manipulation works as well. So you're far more analytical here at this Ace of Swords. That sort of Aquarius vibe should have brought in a lot of clarity with you. This sort of should have helped you look at things, or should help you look at things from a different perspective as well. So keep doing the work. Keep focusing on you. Some of you, if you haven't had this opportunity yet, some of you, I feel like you've been there, done that. So you could have ended an engagement, or you could have ended a connection to some sort of organization. There is a commitment energy at one point in time, and then you pulled your energy back because that was not your thing. There was definitely some costuming involved, but that wasn't you. The energy with the red latex or red velvet. Keep putting focus back on you. You don't need all that sort of external energy. I don't think you're really interested in dating. Some of y'all, maybe you're going to become a nudist, or some of y'all need to get more comfortable in your skin. One thing is for certain, you're not interested in really settling down or focusing to anything or anyone right now. So, you know, you're still exploring with that Eight of Cups. You got double Eight of Cups vibes here. So you're still looking. This is a very interesting vibe with you. It's that Piscean energy. So whatever it is, it could feel rather dramatic for you. But I feel like you need to just sort of let that clarity come in. Some of you walk around naked. Get used to that sort of nakedness, whether physically or just metaphorically. Allowing this sort of freedom energy with you. You're definitely not interested in settling down with anyone. You're definitely not interested in focusing on something that's going to have way too much control over you and that's going to limit you. So, whoever tried to sort of play you in this energy, yeah, that didn't quite work. This is real life experience. So this is relationships or partnerships that you've had. A lot of you very recent. You've been on this sort of journey of discovery. So you avoided a relationship or partnership that was way too manipulative. You turned that energy down. And now if you were on some sort of journey of discovery here, red latex, red velvet, whatever your sort of vibe was, that didn't work either. You're doing your shadow work, so keep up with that. Some of y'all staying single. There should be an unencumbered vibe when it comes to your relationships or partnerships. This is like yin and yang energy with you too. So there's a complexity to this, Scorpio. I like it. Oh, look at that. Yeah, damn. You've turned down an engagement, or you turned down some sort of opportunity to join some sort of organization. You turned your back on it. Some of y'all even went out and bought the fucking costuming for it, but you decided that wasn't it. So, damn. But this is the energy you're left with. So, it's a good sort of exploratory vibe. You know what it is you don't want. And a lot of you, you're not interested in settling the fuck down or anything that's going to not allow you to do your own thing. Ooh. Someone does not like the fact they couldn't manipulate you, though. So that's that sort of stagnant energy around you. Those of you pulling focus back on yourself. This is a very organic energy, too. So, damn, Scorpios. Take what's yours, leave what's not. This is live and learn. You should be far more analytical than what you are up in your feels. This is fun. I like this for you. I love this for you, Scorpios. You know what it is that you don't want. So you had to sort of figure that out. But you're not interested in staying stuck or stagnant. So I don't think you're going to settle down anytime soon. I don't think you're really interested in that. Some of you are just going to sort of maybe focus on friendships, maybe look at things differently. There's this unencumbered energy with you that hopefully you're able to find. Oh, you get the chance, go to a nudist beach. Some of y'all focus on that sort of free-flowing vibe. Take what's yours, leave what's not, Scorpio. Whether this was a sexual journey with you, or some of you, this sort of exploring your religious vibes, there's like, you don't need all that sort of pain and all that sort of unnecessary energy around it. Because that's just not your thing. But at least you figured that out. You figured that out. Retrograde vibes here. 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords there. So some of y'all, this could have happened during the last retrograde. You bought costuming. So you bought the clothes. You bought the outfit. But the partnership didn't work. Good luck. God bless. Like, share, subscribe, Scorpio. Take what's yours and leave what's not.